Hi, this is Brooke from Asmodee North America, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about Catan, Rise of the Incas. So this is the first Catan Histories game in about 6 years. It's in the tradition of Settlers of America and Merchants of Europe, but with some twists. So let's dive right in. Fans will be familiar with many of the mechanics. It's pretty similar. You roll the dice, you gather your resources from the hexes that are next to your settlements, you use those resources to build more and win, win, win. Instead of achieving victory points, you're getting culture points. So instead of trying to build the greatest roads and the greatest cities, you're actually helping bring an ancient civilization to their apex. Now this is a new deal for you, so you don't win it on the first try. You're actually going to do 3 separate tribes. And the first player to do so wins everything, and they become the Incas. You'll recognize many of the hexes are familiar. We've got wood, we've got ore, we've got stone. One of my favorite new things with Rise of the Incas is that your wool production is from alpacas. It's got llamas. And also, instead of wheat, you'll be harvesting potatoes. So this is in fact the first version of Catan that's gluten-free. Trading operates very much the same, 3 to 1, but we also introduce new goods. We have coca in the jungle as well as feathers and fish in the sea. Those don't go directly toward building, but you can trade them in for resources that you can use to expand your empire. Players can still trade amongst themselves. You can still trade 3 to 1. For the goods, a pair will get you any resource of your choice. And if you have a full set, one of each good, that will give you 2 resources of your choice. Building, very much the same. You need wood and brick to build your road. Settlements, again, we switch in the alpaca and the potatoes. And the city, 2 potato, 3 ore. And development cards, that's another twist that we have in this game. There's 2 levels. So while everyone is in their first civilization, you use the development cards with just the 1. But after everyone has moved on to their second, you switch and you start using the 2. Our red player, they already have 3 settlements and 3 culture points. So at this point, they can either attempt to build another settlement to move on to the next tribe, or upgrade to a city, which is what they decide to do. They get their city, they get their 4th culture point. So as we can see, the first step is to remove all the roads. This first tribe is now in decline. And the second step to that, if you've seen any movies, is obviously that the jungle decides to take over the settlements. Now these settlements still produce resources. However, your opponents can build to them and then build over them and take that bonus away from you. The third step is to then select a section for your new tribe to begin. All you need to remember is the usual Catan distance requirements. You need to have at least 2 spaces in between. So why don't we pick that right there? So you then continue your new tribe with their new settlement, building roads and achieving 4 more cultural points. Then you move on to your 3rd tribe, your final tribe. That only takes 3. And then if you're the first to win, you're the winner. A couple other updates for this version. Longest road has become the longest trade route. So as soon as someone builds 3 roads, they receive the card. And the bonus on this is they get a 1 time per turn 1-to-1 exchange for resources, which is really powerful. Secondly, we have the mightiest combat arts instead of largest army. In addition to protecting your hand size for each development card that you play, it also gives you the ability to move the robber, either to a chosen hex or to the jungle. And that brings us to the final component I know you were all wondering about, the robber. The robber is in Catan Rise of the Incas, and they have a llama. Of course, because llamas are pack animals, and they need to be able to carry all their stuff. That is a short intro to Catan Rise of the Incas. I find it really enjoyable, and I think you will too.